What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiara, and I am back with another video. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let me tell you something. This video, when I tell you, I literally was walking into my room and I was finna do something, and I was like, I was supposed to have been made that dang video, and I was just like, bruh. So I went ahead. I literally stopped whatever I was about to do. And I grabbed my camera, I grabbed my mic, I grabbed my phone, and I was like, let's get into it. Because, like, I'm not playing around. I'm not messing around no more. I'm finna go ahead and get it done. And you know what I'm saying? Because today's Wednesday. I'm trying to get this out tomorrow, which will be Thursday by the time y'all see this. So, yeah, I need to get this cracking. So, I had to get myself together. I'm really not together, but I was supposed to have did it like Saturday or Sunday, but it just slipped my mind. But we're doing it right now. We're doing it right now. And as I can tell by the title, it's going to be Reddit readings. And I hope I don't get too upset because, baby, me getting upset is just something my heart can't take all the time. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all it. Because I know y'all want to support your girl. And without further ado, let's get into this Reddit reading. Okay, so I had already saved 3. And I'm only doing 3. I'm going to get them done. They're in the relationship advice subreddit. So I'm going to give my little nickel, my little 5 cents, you know what I'm saying? So, and if the lighting looks a little weird in this video, it's because I decided to open my blinds because I'm used to this room being really dark, and the only light in the room is my ring light. So just ignore me. I'm trying out different stuff because I had this little thing that came in a mystery box. I thought it looked cool, but I don't think it does. I'm finna show y'all. See, I don't think it looks cool, but I don't think it looks cool for what I'm trying to do, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if I turn the light off, if I turn the ring light off, it's gonna look weird. See, it looks like I'm trying to tell a scary story. I might save this for Halloween, but yeah. And also, I don't think it's gonna last through the whole video, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, let's get into these stories. First story. I'm 30 male, setting a clear boundary with my wife, 31 female. An ultimatum, perhaps. So my wife and I are in a trial separation, which is going close to 4 months now. The trial separation was initiated by her. It came as a bit of a surprise, but I wasn't shocked, so things weren't rock solid to begin with. Through the process, I've tried to get clarity on what she's thinking, whether she's leaning out the door or thinking of reconnecting. She's never been able to give me clarity in a conversation, but her actions have made it seem she's out of the door, and the door is starting to close behind her. A few standout actions are that any of my attempts to reconnect in a low pressure way have been rejected. She moved out probably about a month and a half ago. I put the ball in her court, and since then communication has dropped a lot. She has also booked a solo holiday with a one-way ticket. This holiday in isolation I could manage. It's a little weird that it's a one-way ticket, but if she was happy to communicate during the vacation, it could work. Anyway, we're close to the date where she flies away on her trip, and I discovered she just got a contraceptive implant, birth control, a week before her departure day. Here's the kicker, though. I had a vasectomy 5 years ago. Oh, she's trying to do some hunching on this vacation. Her reasoning is that she got it to help with headaches from periods. Okay. This might be true, but the timing just seems off, and she didn't communicate any of this. I had came across the invoice when I was cleaning. I'm not satisfied with this reasoning. You can spit in my face, but don't try to tell me it's raining. Okay. Now for the ultimatum. Next time we sit down and chat, I'm going to tell her that if she wants to reconnect, then she has to cancel this trip and agree to work on us. If she goes on this trip now after getting a contraceptive implant, there's no way to recover, and they'll be the end of our almost decade long marriage. I know ultimatums sound controlling, but this sounds reasonable, right? Yes and no, because mm, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it does sound reasonable because it said y'all have already been separated for 4 months. How much longer do she need? And she going on another vacation for another month, and she got on birth control out of nowhere. But I'm gonna play the devil's advocate and be like, maybe she needs this trip to see if she really wants the marriage, and if she goes and clears her head and see if that's really what she want to do, she come back and either they break up or they work things out. I don't know, but getting on birth control right before you leave to go on a month-long trip seems very sketchy. I ain't even gonna hold you, sketchy as hell. But let me read a comment or two. Top comment: marriage separation, one-way ticket, contraceptive implant. This sounds very much like she's met someone online and is planning to go hook up in person. If it works out with him, she'll stay longer. If it doesn't, she'll come back and recommit to the marriage. Claiming the time away brought her clarity. OP is very likely being kept on the back burner as a backup plan for someone who does not like to be alone. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Another comment: your marriage ended a while ago. You just need to formalize this. Okay. Her silence is speaking volumes. You are not ending the marriage. You are just acknowledging she already has. Period. I love all of these. If she moved out 6 weeks ago, how did you find an invoice for a procedure that happened a week ago? Ooh, that makes sense. Maybe, and it said somebody said maybe they're on joint health insurance. That makes sense. I really do feel like she got something going on, and she just keeping you around just in case this new man don't work out. But do you, boo boo? Do whatever you feel like you need to do. You say y'all been together for almost 10 years. Yeah, y'all need to work that out or not. It don't really. Hey. Next story. My partner, male 26, does not take his hygiene seriously, and I, female 27, am repulsed by it. Oh, Lord Jesus, please. Okay. Hello there. I don't know exactly where to start. I, 27 female, have been together with my partner, male 26, for almost 5 years. I love him very much, but his lack of hygiene bothers me. It was not this bad when we first met, but it's as if he just does not bother anymore. It starts with brushing his teeth. No, absolutely. Get the hell out of there. He has a lot of problems with dental hygiene. He has a medical reason behind it, but he doesn't really take it serious either. I mean, when I have problems, I usually take care of it, don't I? He drinks a lot of soft drinks like Coke, Sprite, and similar, and I have to remind him to brush his teeth. We don't live together, but I find it even worse when I think that he probably doesn't pay any attention to his hygiene when he's not with me. If you gotta remind your boyfriend to brush his teeth, get the hell out of there. Dental hygiene is not the only problem. We hardly ever have S anymore, and that's because of me. I feel repulsed even though I love him very much. It's as if my body is refusing. That's what I'm trying to say. Your body is rejecting. It's rejecting. It's rejecting. My body is refusing. I've often had bladder infections after S. Yeah, cause he's nasty. And I know it's because of him. He doesn't wash his hands when he's been somewhere, then grabs his thing. And before S, he just doesn't wash at all. Jesus, please. Don't do this to me. I'm very sensitive about this, please. Oh, we only have S in the shower, but even then, I just don't feel good. I really love him a lot and feel so incredibly bad that I just don't feel like having S anymore. Don't feel bad because he's nasty. He's a great guy. He treats me well and all, but his hygiene is so bad. I've mentioned this several times before. I've also told him that the bladder infections are due to him. He apologized and was fine for 2 weeks, and then it started again. I'm not his mother, and it upsets me that he doesn't take it to heart. I don't want to have to say it over and over again. It's about his health, and he doesn't seem to care. How can I make him realize that something has to change? I don't want to lose him, but I want him to change something and not just for 2 weeks. Girl, leave that man alone because he's nasty. He don't know how to wash his ass and brush his teeth. Get out of here. Girl, please respect yourself enough to leave this crusty ass loser alone and go find a man who is happy to be squeaky clean. Why does the bar seem to get lower every day? Ladies, basic hygiene should be a given. It should be a breakable offense. It's such a low, low bar. Low, low, the lowest you can go. Trust me, I know. But anywho, um, one comment said he's not going to change, either accept it or move on. Period. Yeah, yeah. This is touching a little too close to home. That's why I got like in my feels about it. Cause anywho, um, oh God, just I feel her. I feel her pain. This touch. This. Yeah, yeah. All right. Next story. I'm mad because she deleted it. Oh my God. I wonder if I can find the original. Let me see if I can find the original. I hate that. I should have read it when I screenshotted it. That's what I get. That's exactly what I get. I'm mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's okay. I'll find another one real quick. I'm so mad right now. I'm telling you, I should have went ahead and read it. So upset right now. You know what? I'm gonna read. I found one. Let me save it. I'm still upset about it. Don't get me wrong. Still very much upset. I'm gonna read this one. How do I, 23 male, tell my girlfriend, 24 female, I don't want to raise our son the way she's raising her current child? I found out a few months ago that my girlfriend was pregnant. The pregnancy wasn't planned. Our relationship wasn't even that serious to begin with, but after a lot of talking, we decided to keep it. She's now 6 months along. Since then, I've started spending more time with her and her son, 6 years old. Her 6-year-old son. The more time I spend around them, the more uncomfortable I get about the idea of her parenting techniques being used on our child. The way she and her family treat her son really bothers me. She hits him as discipline and allows her parents to as well. She's mentioned before that physical discipline is just normal in her family. She was hit as a child and so were her parents. I just can't come to terms with that, and that's not how I was raised, and it's not how I want to raise my children. Something else that really bothers me is the way she and her family speaks to her son. They constantly say stuff like "man up," "stop being so sensitive," "that's gay," etc. Just recently, he asked if she could paint his nails after watching her paint hers, and she shut him down, saying, "No, that's gay." I went to a family barbecue of hers, and my girlfriend's dad told her son to go play with the boys, and her son says no, he wants to play with the girls. Her dad tells him to stop being a if slur and go play with the boys. I don't believe in hidden kids. I don't believe in shaming a child for expressing himself and just being a kid. I just don't think we're on the same page about parenting at all. I'm scared for my son to grow up being treated like that. How do I approach this? So I completely understand this because I did grow up in that type of family where you couldn't do nothing out of the norm, or you know what I'm saying, you'll get ridiculed by your family. I didn't get whoopings like that. I promise you I didn't, but people in my family I know got beat half to death. You know what I'm saying? And I can't tell you if they did or did not turn out fine, but I got a whooping or two. It wasn't crazy, but I don't want to. If I do decide to ever have children, I do not plan to do that because that's not always the right answer. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I feel like they should sit down, have a conversation. Like they said, they not even in a serious relationship when they got pregnant. So they have to sit down and have a good conversation with, like, about the situation. Cause she already got a child. That ain't none of his business. But the baby that's finna come into this world is his business, and he wants to make sure that this child is disciplined in a correct way. No beating, no judging for doing stuff that's not normal. Just like the boy want to play with the girls, and the grandpa talking about, oh, that's gay. You go play with the boys. Like, no, if he want to play with the girls, he gonna play with the girls, and that's fine. Just like you can't choose how your child gonna end up at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So just let them express themselves, do what they want to do within reason, and punish them in a way that won't scare them. Like my mom, she punished me by taking away my games, my electronics. She told me I couldn't watch TV. She unplugged the TV. She took, this was back when you had satellite boxes. She would take the little chip out the satellite box, so I couldn't watch TV. Um, she told me I couldn't go outside and play with my friends for, a day or two or whatever the case may be. She had reasonable ways to discipline me without putting her hands on me. My grandmas, on the other hand, they lit me up. But I barely got whoopings from them either. So, but I turned out all right. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any ill will against them. Like I said, that's how they were raised. I understand it. But that's not something that I would do for my children if I decide to have children. And I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger and had to watch my cousins, my little cousins, I would whoop them because that's what I knew. That's all I knew. But now that I'm grown, I don't know. I don't do that. I might, thump them or, be like, hey, don't do that. But ain't going crazy about it. But yeah, OP, you know what I'm saying? Have a conversation with your child's mother and see what y'all can do about that. So yeah, I had to find a little last minute story, but it ended up going on longer than I expected. But I hope y'all liked it. If if that other one I wanted to read comes back up, I might add it later, maybe in another video. But as of right now, it's gone. I'm so upset. I should have read it. I should have read it. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all it. Cause I know y'all wanna support your girl. And like I always say, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.